Welcome to the chapter on software engineering. This chapter will introduce you to the fundamental concepts of software engineering. In this chapter, we will cover the software development lifecycle, agile methodologies, and the essential practices of testing and debugging. The software development lifecycle, or SDLC, is a structured process used for developing software applications. It consists of several phases, each with specific activities and deliverables. The main phases are requirement analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. The phases of the SDLC include requirement analysis, where requirements are gathered and analyzed. Design, where the architecture and design of the software are created. Implementation, which involves writing the code. Testing, to verify that the software meets the specified requirements. Deployment, where the software is released to users. And maintenance, which involves updating and fixing the software as needed. Consider the development of an online shopping system. The SDLC phases would involve requirement analysis, identifying features like user registration, product catalog, shopping cart, and payment processing. Design, creating the database schema, user interface designs, and system architecture. Implementation, coding the front-end and back-end components. Testing, conducting unit tests, integration tests, and user acceptance tests. Deployment, launching the system on a web server. And maintenance, addressing bugs, adding new features, and ensuring security updates. Agile methodologies are iterative and incremental approaches to software development. They emphasize flexibility, collaboration, and customer feedback. The most popular Agile methodology is Scrum, which includes key elements such as sprints, which are time-boxed iterations, typically 2 to 4 weeks long. Scrum meetings, which are daily stand-up meetings to discuss progress and obstacles. The product backlog, a prioritized list of features and requirements. The sprint review, a meeting at the end of each sprint to demonstrate the completed work. And the sprint retrospective, a meeting to reflect on the sprint and identify improvements. In developing a mobile app, Agile methodologies might involve planning a 3-week sprint to develop the user login feature, daily Scrum meetings to discuss progress and any issues faced by the team, maintaining a product backlog with features such as user profiles, notifications, and settings, demonstrating the login feature to stakeholders at the end of the sprint during the sprint review, and discussing what went well and what could be improved for the next sprint during the sprint retrospective. Testing and debugging are critical activities in the software development process to ensure the quality and reliability of the software. There are different types of testing, including unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Unit testing involves testing individual components or functions in isolation. Integration testing focuses on the interaction between integrated components. System testing tests the complete system as a whole. And acceptance testing validates the software against user requirements. For a calculator application, testing might involve unit testing to verify that the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division functions work correctly. Integration testing to ensure that the user interface correctly interacts with the calculation logic. System testing to test the entire application and ensure all features work together seamlessly. And acceptance testing to confirm that the application meets the user's expectations for functionality and usability. Debugging is the process of identifying and fixing defects in the software. It typically involves reproducing the issue, diagnosing the problem, fixing the bug, and testing the fix to ensure it resolves the issue without introducing new problems. For a web application, debugging might involve reproducing the issue by observing that a form submission fails under certain conditions. Diagnosing the problem using browser developer tools to inspect the network requests and identify a missing parameter. Fixing the bug by updating the form submission code to include the missing parameter. And testing the fix by submitting the form again to ensure the issue is resolved and no new issues are introduced. By understanding and applying the concepts of the software development lifecycle, Agile methodologies, and testing and debugging, you will be well equipped to tackle software engineering challenges and develop high-quality software solutions. Thank you for watching this chapter on software engineering. We hope you found it informative and useful.